Imagine this, you're just about to play the bride's big entrance song. All the guests are holding their breath waiting for that big moment, and suddenly, poof, all the power goes down in the venue. Let me tell you how I turned that potential disaster into a moment that those wedding guests will never forget. Quick story time today. Let me take you back to the summer of last year, 2025, to a wedding that I was asked to play for a bride and groom called Natalie and James. Now, Natalie and James had decided to use quite an unusual venue for their wedding. It was a piece of land just north of Marbella, which is owned by the bride's family. And this piece of land is essentially just a piece of countryside, which is really severely sloped. And they dressed this place up really nicely. They tiered the land, got excavators in and everything. And they'd made a big flat area for the tables where the meal could take place. Another flat area for the ceremony, which was framed beautifully between two olive trees. It really was a picturesque setting. And they built a pergola over the main section so that everybody could stay shaded. They built a bar and added a big entrance area where cars could swing round and drop people off. Really, really nice, and the day was set to be absolutely magical. So me and the guys in Gecko Blaster had been there for a good 2-3 hours, setting all the stuff up, the PA, the lighting rig, all the band stuff, the DJ table, the DJ controller, another couple of speakers over in the meal area so that the speeches could take place over there and the background music could be played. So it was quite a big setup. And just before the bride was due to walk down the aisle, all the guests are sitting in the ceremony area. And I'm talking 20 seconds before the bride is due to come in and walk down the aisle. All the power just dropped in the whole place. The kitchen went dark. All of the beer coolers, the fridges, obviously my PA, all of it went off, and all the guests are looking at each other like, what's going to happen, sort of thing. And my colleague Daniel, who plays keys in Gecko Blaster, was frantically trying to sort this issue out with a couple of the other suppliers that were there on the day. But it became apparent quite quickly that this issue wasn't as simple as just a trip switch that had gone down. It was like proper out. So I decided just to unplug my guitar, and I walked over to the bride and just gave her this nod and started playing her entrance song acoustically. And her father just walked down the aisle with me behind them, just playing the entrance song, which was Is This Love by Bob Marley. And we just walked in and everyone was quiet, and it was really nice and intimate. And it actually turned what could have been a potential disaster moment into one of the most memorable moments of the day, actually. And obviously this story is quite short, which makes for a short video as well. But I just wanted to share it with you today to show that staying flexible, thinking on your feet and not sort of flapping under pressure can help turn these disaster moments into the most memorable parts of the day. And the power actually continued to go down throughout the drinks reception as well. So I just left my guitar unplugged and walked round mingling with the guests whilst playing my set completely acoustically. Luckily for me, I don't use backing tracks or anything like that, so I could just walk around playing these songs. And it just meant that the whole sort of beginning section of the day was really personal and nice. And thankfully for us, the power issue was sorted before the speeches and the band and the DJ sets, because obviously wireless mics, electric guitars and laptops don't work very well when the power's down. But at least for that beginning part of the day, everything was just really smooth and it just worked out for the best. It was almost as if it was scripted, to be honest. I can assure you it wasn't, but it worked out so perfectly that I'm sure all of the guests at that wedding remember that vividly just because of how it was handled. So not flapping under pressure is always going to be a key component to making a success of this. So if you're interested in these kind of story videos and other tips and tricks of how to make a business in this way out of music, please consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already by hitting that subscribe link down below. It really does help the channel out and it's really appreciated. If you're already a subscriber, thank you very much. It really does mean a lot. And that's it for this video. I'll be back next week with another. I'm not sure which video it's going to be. I'm not sure what I'm going to make yet, but stay following the channel so that you know what I'm going to make next. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.